All right, man. So I'm doing problem number 1 of the symbol table worksheet. All right. So if you go to problem number 1 of the symbol table worksheet, you're going to see this table of keys and values. Right? T0, E1, N2, etc., etc., etc. Now, part A of the problem says fill in the unordered symbol table. New keys are placed above existing rows in the table. Write all intermediate values assigned to the keys. Okay, so here we go. So we have part A, right? And it says that we're going to put new keys above the existing rows. So we're going to put the first key we see at the bottom, T, and then we're going to put its value. So it's at index, you call that index 0 or value 0. All right. Now we have this one done. We have a new value E, so that's going to have to go above, and that's at index 1. Then we have value N, that's at index 2. We have N again at index 3. E, 4. So this is just busy work, right? And then we have another one again, S at 5. S at 6. E at 7. E at 8. We have S at 9. T at 10. We have another new one introduced, A, at 11. My bad, I don't know if you can see that there. We have T at 12, and then E at 13. So, I mean, this is really bad work. I mean, this is sloppy notation, but, I mean, you see the point here, right? We want to, each row is separated. And then just something you can do to make sure that you got all the values, I would just count, I'd count these numbers. So I'd say, there needs to be 13 numbers here. So, and I need every number in between, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, I noticed something. I messed up here. Oh, I didn't actually. This is supposed to be here. It's 11. So 10, 11, 12, 13. All there, all's good. According to the professor's recommendations for this problem, you don't actually have to do part B, but I'm gonna do it just because it actually makes it easier to do part C if you do part B. So part B says fill in. Let me write down part B. Part B says fill in the ordered symbol table. If key 1 is greater than key 2, then key 1 is in the row that is above key K2. Write out intermediate values assigned to key 2. All right. So first thing we got to do before we move on, I forgot, is that we just got to eliminate all of the prior ones before the last index. So, easy peasy, right? But yeah, so part B says to fill in the ordered symbol table, if key 1 is greater than key 2, then key 1 is in the row that is above key 2. All that basically means is that we're reverse ordering it, or we put A on the bottom, and then we put the last letter in the alphabet on the top. So if we have the letters A, S, N, E, T, well, A would be first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just want to make sure I leave enough space. A would be first. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. And then by process elimination, there can only be T. And then you just fill in the values that are a part of it. Now, the reason why I do this is because it actually makes it easier to do part C. I'm just reiterating that fact. So then E would be 1, 4, 7, 8, 13. But of course, you cross off all the ones you're not using. N would be 2, 3. Cross off all the ones you're not using. S would be 5, 6, 9 again. And then 0, 10, 12. Is that right? 1, 4, 7, 8, 13, 2, 3, 5, 6, 9, 11, 0, 10, 12. All right, cool. Now let's mark these as positions, okay? Just to make it a little bit easier for the next problem, we're going to call this position 0, position 1, position 2, position 3, position 4. All right, so that's part B. Now, for part C, it says find the values of the following operations. It actually says found, but I think he meant find. So part C, it says rank A. What position is A in? A is at the bottom. That's position 0. So that would be 0. It says rank E. E, easy, position 1. So we put rank E. That's 1. Rank Q. All right, well, we look at this and we say, I don't see any Q, right? But really what you do is you look at what is Q between, right? Q is after A for sure, right? It's after E, it's after N. Is it after S? Well, let's see. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. So it's in between these two, right? Q is in between N and S. So when we rank it, we just say it's whatever the next one's rank is. So A, E, N, S. S is rank 3. Q is between N and S, so you choose the next one, meaning S, the higher part, right? Like the ceiling of it. So rank Q is 3, because that's the S rank, or position of S. So if, for example, I don't think it's given in the problem, but you could say, what is the rank of B? Well, the rank of B would be 1, because B is between A and E, right? So you would go to the higher value, or the next position. So if it's in between A and E, you choose E. If it's in between E and N, you choose N. If it's between N and S, you choose S. If it's between S and T, you choose T. And if it's after T, you could just call that position 5. But we'll encounter a problem that shows this if you're confused by that at this moment. Okay, so we rank Q as 3. Oh, here we go. So rank Z. Right? Where is Z in this whole picture? It's definitely after E. It's after E. It's after N. It's after S. It's after T. So it's after this. So it's really in this field here, right? And we call that position 5. If it's after, it's position 5. So this rank will be 5. So that's how the ranking system works. It's always going to pull back a number. Now we have a little bit of a different idea. Now we're going to use the floor method. So the next part of the question says, what is returned when you say floor Z? Now this is kind of just like an adaptation of the English language, right? Like, this is really stupid, but right, if you had a room and this was you, this would be the floor and this would be the ceiling, right? The ceiling is above you, the floor is below you. So when we do rank Z, use this same concept, right? Imagine that Z is this person, right? The ceiling is above it, the floor is below it. So when you go up here and you say, okay, where is Z in this position? Z is up here, right? And what would be the floor, right? What would be the floor of Z? That would be the thing that's below it. So floor Z, T. Now the next one, floor S. Floor S. So we find S. Now this is a little bit different because when you're doing in-betweens, it's almost like rounding. It has to go up or down. But if you're at the value itself, it stays at that value. So if you say, it's like in math and you say round 2. 2 is just 2, right? So if you try to floor S, it's just going to be S. All right, this one says ceiling B. All right, well, where's B? B is in between A and E. And we use this little diagram. We say, okay, if B is in between this, what is its ceiling? E is its ceiling. So ceiling B is E. All right, ceiling T. And this is just like floor S, right? If you're at the value, if we look through here, T has its own value here. So we don't have to round, we don't have to go up or down. We're at the thing. So ceiling T is just T. And then you have simple select method. So if you say select 0, you just look at this thing and say, oh, what's at the 0 value? That's A. And then select 2. 2, that'll return N. All right, and then as far as your lamp, this is pretty much it for that. There's another set of problems in another worksheet, but it's the same thing. And as far as your lambdas, I mean, it's a little too much to explain, and I'm not trying to be rude, but you don't have a full like understanding of some programming, so I would just learn the ascending and descending, because he's probably just going to ask that. He's going to say listen in ascending order, listen in descending order. So just memorize that and you should be fine. All right, bro. Don't charge me for this. I feel really bad that I can't come. I'm feeling a little better now, but I'm pretty fucking sick, man. I'll see you later.